Spring 1943, the Allied war machine is facing a fatal system error. To break the fortress of Nazi-occupied Europe, they must invade Italy. To invade Italy, they must capture the island of Sicily. It is the most obvious, mathematically predictable target on the map. Winston Churchill knows it. Adolf Hitler knows it. The German High Command has turned Sicily into an impenetrable firewall of artillery, panzer divisions, and heavily armed infantry. A frontal assault would be a catastrophic hardware failure, resulting in the slaughter of hundreds of thousands of Allied troops. The Allies needed a back door. They needed to upload a lie so massive, so intricately coded, that the German intelligence network would override its own defensive protocols. But how do you fish an entire empire? You don't use radio intercepts or double agents. You use the ultimate analog malware, a Trojan horse made of rotting flesh. You drop a dead body into the ocean and let the enemy's own network do the downloading. This is the unbelievable true story of Operation Mincemeat, the most audacious and macabre social engineering hack in military history. The mastermind behind this system override was British naval intelligence, specifically a team including Ewan Montague and Charles Cholmondeley, working off a concept originally drafted by Ian Fleming, the future creator of James Bond. The concept was called the Trout Memo, comparing enemy intelligence to a fish that needed to be fed a poisonous fly. To execute this hack, they needed an avatar, a blank slate. They scoured London morgues until they found the body of Glyndwr Michael, a homeless Welshman who had tragically died from ingesting rat poison. His cause of death left fluid in his lungs, perfectly simulating a fatal plane crash at sea, but a dead body is just hardware. To fool the Gestapo, the most paranoid verification system on the planet, they had to write a flawless software profile. Glyndwr Michael ceased to exist. In the top-secret Room 13 of the Admiralty, they programmed a completely new identity, Major William Martin of the Royal Marines. But creating a fake military ID is amateur hour. To bypass German security protocols, Major Martin needed a fully rendered life. They generated an intricate web of pocket litter to act as his digital footprint. They gave him a fake fiancée named Pam, complete with a photograph of an MI5 clerk and handwritten love letters. They put an angry overdraft notice from a London bank in his pocket to make him look financially irresponsible. They added theater tickets, a receipt for a newly purchased shirt, a silver cross, and matches from a prestigious club. Every single item was meticulously aged. They rubbed the letters against their pants to simulate wear and tear. This wasn't just a disguise, it was a deeply coded backstory designed to withstand the brutal decryption of Nazi intelligence analysts. Then came the actual payload, the virus itself. Chained to Major Martin's wrist was a black briefcase. Inside, nestled among mundane documents, was a personal, highly confidential letter between two top-tier Allied generals. The letter casually and cleverly complained about the upcoming invasions of Greece and Sardinia, actively dismissing Sicily as a mere diversion. It was the perfect bait, heavily encrypted with layers of psychological manipulation. On April 19, 1943, the British submarine HMS Seraph surfaced off the coast of Huelva, Spain. Spain was officially neutral, but its intelligence network was heavily infested with German spies, operating like a compromised proxy server. The British knew exactly what they were doing. They dropped Major Martin into the dark waters, pushing him toward the shore, and vanished. It was the ultimate analog data breach. A local Spanish fisherman discovered the body. The local authorities took it in, and exactly as the British algorithm predicted, the local network leaked. An aggressive German intelligence operative in Spain, Karl Erich Kuhlenthal, heard about the briefcase. Through a series of covert bribes and secret meetings, Spanish officials allowed the Germans to extract the letters, carefully open them, photograph the contents, and return them before the British could officially claim the body. The encrypted virus had successfully breached the enemy's outer firewall. The data was instantly transmitted to Berlin. The German intelligence machine went into overdrive, analyzing every byte of data on Major Martin. They checked the theater tickets, verified the bank notices, and analyzed the water damage on the love letters. The attention to detail paid off in ways the British could only dream of. The German analysts, desperate for a massive intelligence win, authenticated the data. The virus had bypassed the antivirus software. The corrupted intelligence traveled all the way up the chain of command, landing directly on Adolf Hitler's desk. The hack was flawlessly executed. Hitler, already paranoid about the Balkans, completely overrode the logic of his own top generals. He ordered a massive, immediate redeployment of Axis forces. He moved an entire panzer division from France to Greece. He shifted torpedo boats, aircraft squadrons, and tens of thousands of elite troops away from the heavily fortified Sicily, sending them hundreds of miles away to defend against an invasion that was never going to happen. He even ordered the commander of the German forces in Italy to prepare for a strike on Sardinia. The German strategic map had suffered a total system crash. When the Allies finally launched Operation Husky, the massive invasion of Sicily in July 1943, they braced for absolute hell. Instead, they faced a fraction of the expected resistance. The beaches were underdefended. The island fell weeks ahead of schedule, completely shattering the Axis foothold in the Mediterranean. Operation Mincemeat saved the lives of tens of thousands of Allied soldiers and dramatically accelerated the downfall of the fascist regime in Italy. It stands as one of the most brilliant and bizarre examples of asymmetric warfare in human history. The Allies didn't defeat the enemy by building bigger bombs, deploying faster fighter planes, or overpowering their hardware. They defeated an empire by hacking human perception, proving once and for all that no matter how sophisticated a defensive grid might be, the most vulnerable component of any system is always the mind that processes the data.